Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a great day today. My name is Troy Rawson, and if you're new around the channel, then this is the first video you might have seen of my classic Mini Cooper. I've got it right behind me over here. This is my Mini, it's my car. And today I want to have a deeper look into the car. I want to tell you a little bit of the statistics about the car, the horsepower, the top speed, that sort of thing. But I also want to tell you a little bit about the Classic Mini, and also I'm going to show you the engine, show the engine note at the exhaust and all that sort of thing. So let's hop straight into this car with a couple of statistics. As you can see from the car, it's rather small. When I'm stood next to this car, it makes it look even smaller. But just a couple of statistics on the car size. It's got a 53-inch height on it, so you can tell with me stood next to it, it's pretty short. It's also got a 55-inch width, so it's quite wide. It's as wide as it is tall, basically. But then it's got a 120-inch length to it, so it's pretty long boy compared to the height and the width there. But it's still very short when you compare it to other cars around. When I compare it to my dad's pickup, it's rather small. The wheelbase is also pretty short. It's got an 80-inch wheelbase from the center of each wheel, so again, pretty small. The wheels, we'll get a little bit closer look on the wheels right now. The wheels, as you can see, are pretty small. We've got those nice Falcon tires on there. I've got some nice Revolution wheels going on. They're pretty nice Classic Mini wheels. I would have preferred to have some Mamba wheels on the car, but these are the wheels that the car came with, and I think they suit the car quite nicely, so I'm going to be keeping those on. They are 10-inch wheels. That is the stock Mini wheel size for a Classic Mini, so they're quite small. The drum brakes are 8 inches, so they're also quite small. It is still on drum brakes because it is quite an old vehicle. But then getting into the car itself, the car is a 1975 Leyland Mini Cooper 1000. The 1000 being a 1-litre engine, but it wasn't actually a 1-litre engine. These cars actually had a 995 engine in them, which, if you don't know what that is, it's basically the size of the engine, how much how big the engine size is. So they rounded it up to a 1-litre, but it is actually a 995 engine. The engine is a 4-cylinder Leyland transverse petrol engine, made by Leyland in the 1970s, so questionable engineering, but it does run beautifully smooth. I'll have some video for you guys of the engine. Take a listen to this. But the engine as well, it's an 8-valve SU carburetor under there. It's naturally aspirated, although the later Mark III Minis, which are sort of the 90s Minis, they did actually have a fuel injection kit on them. You can get fuel injection on these Classic Minis, which is an upgrade I've been thinking about. It's also on the standard coil start. So I've been thinking about converting that to electronic ignition, just because the points on the coil can get damp, and then it's a bit of a pain in the arse to start the car, really. But yeah, that's something for a future video. I'm going to be talking about the mods in a future video. I don't really want to do much to the car because I like it as it is. There's a few things that I would like to change, but that's for a future video. So getting into just a couple of the other things there. It's a 4-speed manual, so I'll have some footage of the inside of the vehicle now, so you can have a little look around the inside of the car. It's actually pretty good on fuel. It's got a 7.5 gallon tank, or that's 34 litres in UK terms. It gets about 60 miles to the gallon, 50-60 miles to the gallon, so pretty decent for a classic car. There's not many cars can do that sort of thing. My dad has a Toyota Yaris, and that gets about similar mileage, although the gas tank is not massive on the Mini, so you can't go that far on the gas tank, but when you fill it up it's pretty cheap. So yeah, it's good on fuel economy. It's a small car, so you can scoot through little places. It's really fun to drive. And then just a couple of other things. The engine, it makes 39 horsepower, so nothing too significant there. You're not going to be beating anybody off the line. It actually has a 22.5 second 0 to 60 time, so it does take a little while to get going, but it will do, 90 miles an hour if you want to do that. I've not driven it that fast yet. The fastest I've driven it is 70, and I can tell you at 70 it's comfortable, but it is quite terrifying when you're in the cockpit. When you're behind the wheel at 70, it feels like you're doing about 120. But if you want to do 90 miles an hour, you can quite happily do that. It just takes a little while to get there, so you need like a long runway or a long road. Yeah, it makes 39 brake horsepower, and that was clocked at 5,250 RPMs. It's a front wheel drive car as well, so you're not going to be doing any of those rear wheel burnouts, unfortunately. It's a 1 litre engine though, as I mentioned, although they did round that up to from the 995. Originally the car was orange, so it was a one lady owner vehicle until the guy who we bought it from then decided to restore the car because it had gone down the pan a little bit while she was owning it. Had no rust in it though, so that was a positive. And he pretty much fully restored the vehicle. He had the engine completely stripped and taken to a specialist and completely redone. He put some new parts on it as well. The front bumper and the front bumper there and the back bumper, they are both stainless steel chrome, so they're chrome plated stainless steel bumpers, so they won't rust. Most of the chrome on the vehicle is actually stainless steel. You can see the wing mirrors here and the little trim that goes like along the bottom here around the wheel arches. They are actually stainless steel chrome as well, so we're not going to have any issue with rust for the chrome. It's not going to pit, which is really nice. The only thing that is actually chrome is the wheels, the chrome part around the wheels. It's chrome aluminium, and that does pit, so I've got to keep those nice and clean, but when they look clean they're absolutely super, so not too big a deal there. And then just a couple of other things on the car. On the front we have got a nice AA badge, as you can see down here. When I pass my test soon, yeah, those L plates are going to be going. But that is just a quick little look at the Mini there. In case you didn't know, the car is called Henry. If you didn't know why it's called Henry, basically the number plate is HE and then N, so I decided to call it Henry. And it's also named after my late grandfather, who was called Henry as well. So I wanted to keep the name. The guy who we bought it off, he resprayed it British Racing Green, and I think Henry is quite a British Racing Green name. I don't know why, but I just feel like it is. So yeah, that's a little look at the Mini there. We've got a little look under the bonnet as well, and in the boot and all that sort of good stuff. So I just wanted to make this video just to tell you guys a few of the statistics about the car, and also to show you it running. Hopefully soon I'm going to pass my driving test, and I'm going to be taking it to a few car shows. Might also be taking Kyle to a few car shows. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed taking a closer look at my 1975 Mini Cooper. If you've enjoyed the video, then leave a thumbs up on the video. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you think your friends might enjoy it, please share it with them. I'm trying to gain some more subscribers on the channel, so if you're new, also don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for those post notifications. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and make sure you stay tuned for loads more classic Mini videos just like this one. I'll see you next time.